I rented the cabin at Hollow Creek because it was cheap. That was the only reason. I'd been laid off from work, and I just needed to get away for a week to clear my head. The listing made it sound peaceful, quiet retreat in the woods. Perfect for writers and artists. I wasn't either of those things, but solitude sounded good. When I arrived, I noticed something off immediately. The place was old, weather-worn. The wooden porch sagged under my weight, and the air smelled faintly of damp rot. Inside, it was clean enough, but the furniture looked like it hadn't been updated since the 1970s. The owner, Mr. Caldwell, was an elderly man who spoke little and avoided eye contact. He handed me the keys and muttered, "Lock up at night." Then he left. The first 2 nights were uneventful. I cooked, read, and tried to write in a journal. But on the 3rd night, I heard footsteps on the porch. It was close to midnight. I froze, listening. The steps were slow, deliberate. I got up, walked to the window, and looked out. Nothing, just the darkness of the woods. The next morning, I went into town for groceries. The cashier, a woman in her 50s, noticed the address on my receipt. "You're staying at Hollow Creek?" she asked. I nodded. Her face went pale. "Be careful," she said, lowering her voice. "That's where it happened." I asked what she meant, but she only shook her head. "Ask her own." So I did. At the local diner, I asked the waitress about it. She gave me the look you give someone who doesn't know they've stepped into a landmine. She told me the story in a hushed voice. 20 years ago, a man named Richard Yates had rented that very cabin with his wife, Claire. They'd been on the verge of divorce, and according to neighbors, their arguments were constant and vicious. One night, the shouting stopped, replaced by screams. The next morning, Richard was gone, and Claire was found dead in the bedroom. Her skull had been crushed. The police launched a massive search for Richard, but they never found him. The case went cold. Locals say the cabin has been cursed ever since. People who stay there report strange noises, doors opening by themselves, and more than once waking up to find muddy footprints inside. That night, I couldn't sleep. The story played in my mind like a broken record. I kept thinking about the bedroom where Claire had died. I was sleeping in it. At around 2 a.m., I heard the front door creak. My heart pounded. I'd locked it. I was sure of it. I grabbed my phone and crept to the living room. The door was wide open. The night air poured in, cold and heavy. I closed and locked it again, double-checking the bolt. As I turned, I caught sight of something in the corner of the room, faint, almost like a shadow shaped like a man. It was gone when I blinked. I didn't sleep the rest of the night. The next day, I searched the cabin. I don't know why. Maybe I thought I'd find some clue to make sense of it. In the kitchen, I noticed a loose board under the sink. I pried it up. Inside was a small, rusted tin box. Inside the box were photographs. They were of Claire smiling, laughing, unaware of the fate that awaited her. But one photo stopped me cold. It was of her sleeping in bed, taken from inside the room. The angle was strange, intimate. And there was another photo of Richard, but this one wasn't old. He looked exactly the same as he had in the newspaper articles from 20 years ago. No aging, no change. That night, I barricaded the bedroom door with a chair. Around 3 a.m., I woke to the sound of slow, heavy breathing. It wasn't mine. It was coming from the corner of the room. I sat up, trembling, and reached for my phone. The light illuminated a figure, tall, gaunt, wearing the same clothes as in the photograph. His face was pale, his eyes sunken. He stepped forward. "Get out," he whispered. His voice was low, but I felt it in my bones. I didn't hesitate. I grabbed my bag, ran to the car, and didn't look back. Later, I learned from a local deputy that some people believe Richard never left Hollow Creek, that he still roams the cabin, hiding in the shadows, waiting for his next victim. I don't know if he's alive or dead. All I know is this: when I locked my apartment door that night, there was mud on the hallway carpet.